Time out is Calez, Ceito, the spirit coach. Getting you in shape and for the age of Aquarius yet again. You're now drinking the wine of Zeus. Welcome to Zeus Cast, where we talk about everything that's dealing with yo ass and how your ass need to get your ass in shape and form for the age of Aquarius. It's the age of Aquarius. It ain't no it ain't no time to be playing around with your time. It's about the time to use your time constructively. It's about time to get real situated with the circumstances in your life. And it's a beautiful motherfucking day on the motherfucking, in the motherfucking esoteric realm and also in the physical, And every day is different, so the days be like your 24 hours and every day is made up of different mixture and shit like that. So, this is all accumulation and we all accumulating and growing from the inside out. Other than that, you tell me how you was a motherfucking baby with baby arms and shit like that, and now you a grown ass, stinking ass human. So, that's how you can know the difference of how, we all doing some internal, external shit, expansion, contraction, and we all just accumulate. We accumulate and motherfucking we contract all the way to motherfucking, how we our sleep and shit and how we go to sleep. So, you know, even when we talk about humans and hue and y'all just a bunch of colors, everybody just a different spectrum on the color. And the darker you are, the more you may be like and vibrant with concealing things and feeling, because that's the darkness is more fill in, so it's more all colors mixed together. And then when we get to more lighter on the spectrum, that would be more shit that don't got as much feeling but can be more seen as logical, all the way down to how y'all be playing that out, or how to the shadows construct the situation to play out like that physically. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're a human and stuff like that, you're just a bunch of colors that's mixed with a man, and that is thought. You know what I'm saying? And a thought is just basically your motherfucking, your ability to be, get attention or point to something or be something seen and stuff like that. So, what I'm saying? We all do that externalization for ourselves, and then that all come together and make our humanality and shit. So all the way down to blood flow, but we all form from nothing, if you get what I'm saying. So that's what it's about. And shit, we gonna get to these motherfucking trances and stuff like that, and make sure everybody get motherfucking shape and form today. I want everybody to motherfucking get in shape and form. Calcito, the spirit coach, get you in shape and form. All right, so yeah, we gonna get it started. We gonna get it started. Let's get it started. Yeah, let's get it started. So the first thing you want today on a Mars motherfucking day and Tuesday is that you want to motherfucking find a safe way to motherfucking do your passions, your motivations, your desires, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be the motherfucking template of the day. And we got 7 days and shit like that. And 7 of these days is what you can utilize to construct, your motherfucking chakra system that you got. And those are your motherfucking colors of your rainbow, all the way from red being your passion, all the way from yellow being the sun sign, all the way from motherfucking blue being a communication sign, Mercury and shit like that. So you got all of these, you got 7 of these motherfuckers. They all through your motherfucking body and shit like that. Now they run what? Your organ system. So when you understand Eastern and shit like that, Eastern philosophy is more so based on internal travels and natures and shit like that. And Western philosophy is more so logistics. So it's all of them trying to keep balance with the occult writings and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, your chakra system run your motherfucking body and shit like that. What the fuck was that? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, your motherfucking chakra system run your motherfucking body. And the more the motherfucker you be in tune with your motherfucking chakra system, you can boom, 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 and You can R rank rank. Well, yo, what are you man? Yo, it look, if this ain't for you, look, this is chakra talk. You know what I'm saying? So this is like book talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you ever had a book, there's something called books in the world and stuff like that. You know, you just go get a book. You know what I'm saying? It'll show you a whole bunch of different things and stuff like that. And if you ain't never seen no book and shit like that, you need to go back into the world. Okay, you might be on the internet a little bit too much. You feel me? But look, it ain't nothing for a motherfucker to pick up a book and something is gonna point to something that tell you that you ain't seen this before or you ain't had this type of opportunity. Hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah, so if you ever picked up a motherfucking book, you know what I'm saying? You a motherfucking see like some shit in a book that's gonna point you to some words and shit like that, and then words will show you like, oh, then now you know how to use the internet because you like, damn, it's different things in the world I can look up. Then once you look up them things, it's gonna show you like what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Them things is describing and shit like that, and then you will find, okay, maybe that's what he into. So when he talking about occult or esotericism or, you know what I'm saying, chakras and crystals, that's a whole lane that you can be into and shit like that that you ain't never know and stuff like that because you was retarded jacking off too much and stuff like that in your spare time. So now that you is on a frequency and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? You can be on my channel and you know what I'm saying, you can have some motherfucking broader knowledge of what the fuck could somebody be talking about. And you can know if you need to scroll on, you know what I'm saying, when if you if you don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So but that's the starting point. That's the starting point. So we got to make sense of the starting point and stuff like that. Then you'll be on the right platform for my channel and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But we talk about a little bit of everything and shit like that. But this shit is basically based upon who I am and shit like that. I'm Calez, Ceito, and I'm Zeus getting you in the shape or form for the age of Aquarius. So it's going to be a lot of talk. It's going to be a lot of communication. It's going to be a lot of thoughts and ideas and shit like that. And it's going to be a lot of talk about your motherfucking mind. And one thing you a human ain't going to ever tell me is the motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, do anything that I don't give a fuck about. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so this ain't no motherfucking conspiracy theory, nigga. They talk about astrology and astronomy. Go to the motherfucking store and pick up a farmer's almanac, and you will see them talking about conjunctions, astrology. You know what I'm saying? Pluto and Neptune and shit like that. Go talk to them motherfuckers, nigga. I ain't bring this information and shit like that and make it up and put it in your motherfucking screen for you to motherfucking care about it, motherfucker. Motherfucker, I'm talking about shit that other motherfuckers talking about. So it don't really matter and shit like that when it comes to what the fuck you talking about and shit. You just bored. But yeah. So getting back into real life for all the people that like to know, you know what I'm saying? Today is Tuesday. So happy Tuesday, everyone. And shit like that. So this is kind of creating a safe space, you know what I'm saying, for your passions. It's Mars Day. So Mars gonna represent your passion, your motivation, and your desires and shit like that. And you know what I'm saying? The more you can protect them and make them make sense and shit like that, you'll be on the right path. And shit, type shit. Boom, 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 boom. A lot of shit don't make sense when it comes to passions though. Like, you know, it's like get on up, get on up. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't never heard James Brown make sense, right? You know what I'm saying? You ain't never heard Michael Jackson make sense and shit like that. That was like a feeling. You know what I'm saying? A feeling that they felt. And they made your auntie and your grandma dance and shit like that. They made your motherfucking sister dance and shit like that. So you got a lot of shit gotta come from passion. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit gotta come from here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit gotta come from you know, inside and shit like that. You gotta be passionate to do something that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So you got a passion for what you want to do. And that's what the fuck we talking about. We talk about everybody passion today. You know what I'm saying? Everybody passion. It's Mars Day in motherfucking Taurus. You know? So yeah. So motherfucker, y'all niggas never been out. Y'all ain't never danced and shit like that. Step in the name of love. Step in the name of love. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't never do that. Like, y'all ain't never go out and dance and like just get the feeling like, man, I gotta shake my ass and I gotta, you know what I'm saying, do like one of these. You feel me? Like one of these, hit a bigger with the, you know what I'm saying? Like type shit. You know, did that, like, you know what I'm saying? Type shit. You know? The internet made it different. So now we gotta just talk to people while strangers and shit comment and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never stepped in the name of love with your sister and them in the club out of passion and shit like that. You ain't never did that. You know what I'm saying? All people know on the internet is jacking off type shit. So, but it's cool. We gonna get motherfuckers in shape or form, and that's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get motherfuckers cool, steady, how you want it, how you need it, however you want it, however. You know what I'm saying? So real shit, real shit. Alright, but yeah, don't blame me. Blame the system. You feel me? You know what I mean? Motherfucker, don't point your fingers at me. I'm just doing what the fuck I like to do and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do that shit amongst the other, and it's a good way to connect with my motherfucking people. You feel me? My motherfucking mans and them and shit like that. And my motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Get the information out quick at everybody and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Air, I don't gotta be seen and stuff like that. Wow, 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 wow. You know what I'm saying? Type shit, you know, but it's just because it's a new space, it's kind of creative. So, you know what I'm saying? Everything ain't gonna make sense at first and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Everything is coming from the spiritual. But like I said, for the most part, we talking about humans and humanity and how to ground yourself and shit like that. And before, you know, we realized we was human, you know what I'm saying? In some sense of form, you know, we was aware enough to kind of create a body and manifest our down here into some actual color. And those our colors is our lights and our chakras that all been together and to create a formation and what we call an experience. And we swim through our motherfucking days just like we swim through the days of the week. Other than that, ain't nobody on here gonna tell you about how a calendar, why the calendar created, why it's called these days. You know what I'm saying? Why they correlate these things with colors, why certain things happen on these days. Ain't nobody gonna be able to tell you that at all. You feel me? So it's just like, you know, especially people in the comments and stuff like that, they ain't gonna be able to tell you nothing. You know what I'm saying? So they just gonna just be looking like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is niggas talking about? Type shit, you know? But yeah, we let's get it. Let's get it. It's been a cool day for me, you know what I'm saying? I've been helping my shorty, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's just about taking time about your passions and shit like that. And you know what I'm saying, making sure that you good, you know what I'm saying? You know, taking time, making sense, making things make sense and stuff like that, you know, aka now what is the motherfucking energy? Now when we get to Taurus and shit like that, we're gonna talk about Taurus. Now Taurus likes to be stable. And it likes to put things on the forefront, like make things come to like fruition and shit like that. So they like real stability and safety and shit like that. They say you're meant to. No, they wouldn't, motherfucker. I'm talking about astrology and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is you talking about? Let me show you what I'm talking about, bro. Let me show you what I'm talking about, because this, like, you could be used as an example. Do you hear like beautiful little kids and stuff like that? Do you know my kids are on honor roll, dude? Here. Do you know my kids are on honor roll? No. Like, I don't think you know that. It's too much. So you don't got no kids. But you run a page called Rain's Brains, though. And I bet you don't got no content on your page. So really, if they find you, they going to find you somewhere saying you mental for commenting on a person page that you don't know. What is this for? Like, unless you like under 21, then we get it. You get what I'm saying? But other than that, yeah, this. I thought you was probably you, but Marcy probably asked for it. But yeah, I'm trying to get into the system and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? To let y'all know the motherfucking game that's going on out here in these esoteric streets and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta let people know that it's going down and how it's going down. Did you wipe good?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good job. No, I'm just you being used that as an example. Like this is like real life. Like you see how good like I wash my dishes. Like you see how that's neatly stacked and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you see that? Do you see like this beautiful stove behind me? You know what I'm saying? Do you see like my skin and my perfect skin in my body? You feel me? Like, do you see? Like, so when it comes to like talking, like that's the thing is you might be threatened and shit like that because it might not be like your normality and shit like that. But we gotta make humanity like real again and into other things. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what humanity is actually into other things and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I just asked where you were on, and you started talking about internet. No, you started taking shots. You started taking shots, but it's all good though. I had to just tell you like this is a real situation. Like this is not no joke. Or I ain't AI. I know I may look AI, but I ain't AI. I ain't AI. And I don't really talk to people I don't know on the internet. So you just getting like a little, you know what I'm saying? I got grace for, people and stuff like that and trolls and stuff like that. So, but I raise beautiful kids. So just because you intimidated because I'm talking about astrology and shit like that, it don't mean a goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean a goddamn thing. It just mean you may be uneducated in that area. So regardless whether you like it or not, motherfucker, guess what? I'm more familiar than you in any fashion and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I can make anything look familiar. And that's what you probably hating on. You know what I'm saying? So you kiss my ass. But yeah. So now either listen or get the fuck out the room. You know what I'm saying? Shut the fuck up and listen or get the fuck out the room. I don't know you. I don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give a fuck about who you love. I heard of it. I was trolling, but I still don't believe that load of crap. Okay, well that's good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just hear about it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like you can go get things that actually correlate. You know what I'm saying? These things to your motherfucking self and shit like that. So astrology ain't really too much to know about, bro. It's really just the seasons. So when spring season, you're gonna get a lot of motherfucking. You're gonna get a lot of what we just have. What did we just have? Spring season. If you live in America or something. If you don't live in America, I don't know about you and your shit. But just in America alone, or because you speak in English, or if you in these when you got springtime, it's a lot of new shit that happen. So it's a lot of new things produced. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of going out. It's a lot of expressing yourself. So what they just correlate that to. They will correlate that to the first 30 days of spring, the middle 30 days of spring, and the end 30 days of spring. So the first 30 days of spring would be Aries because Aries would, right, allergies and shit like that, aka birth. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so you might get new flowers and shit. Boom. So that's birth. So that's Aries. Then you might get actual fruits and shit, stability producing. That's Taurus. Then you might get what we just have a bunch of communication and a bunch of us thinking a lot and just needing to know information and a bunch of Gemini type shit. You know what I'm saying? You know your auntie or your sister Gemini or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And how she act and shit like that when she get to fucking talking too much or something like that. So it's just correlating to the motherfucking seasons. So that's all you got to kind of get with. Then when you get summer, you finna get Cancer, you finna get Leo and shit like that, and everything that get produced out of those times and shit like that. So you know what I'm saying? Different animals come out of hibernations, different bugs, different parasites, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's talking about the water cycle that we live on in 360. So then when you get fall, you're gonna get them things. So a lot of these people that are birthed in these times have these certain temperaments and shit like that, and them temperaments be representing how they use their forms and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So depending on your sign and shit like that, that'll be how you clash with the water with your motherfucking zodiac sign and shit like that. So I don't be really trying to like bash every troll and stuff like that because I know some of y'all do just be kind of learning, and then y'all natural instinct is just to troll people because y'all don't get it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's people here that's just regular people and shit like that's y'all that'll be in the back of the motherfucking the back of the alley smoking and shit, talking with y'all if y'all was regular people in y'all regular life and shit like that. And it's just motherfucker. Uh, YouTube gave a motherfucker a platform and shit like that to where their talents could be, or this can look like some type of talent, but for the most part, it's just motherfuckers doing what they do as common sense. But it show you the censorship of the age that we in now. Now we the main character. So when we do get on these motherfucking platforms, we start to get boosted and get celebrities, and that's why you kind of gotta be watched. You kind of gotta watch yourself too a little bit with that energy as well, because that's how when people get access to energies that they can't handle, you know what I'm saying? They had manifest a situation where they had killed themselves, or they had something happened where they killed themselves or something like that. Like, people on Gucci label and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's them are regular people. And that's it. But they, just too much of anything could be bad. So if a person ain't ready for that level of fame, a level of attention, level of, money and shit like that, that motherfucker can put that shit can take a motherfucker out and shit. So niggas, this is a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's all just regular shit. It's just more access. So if you don't know me from a can of paint, you might like judge or some shit like that because I'm not, maybe appeasing the ego that is, needed for comfortability on the internet and shit like that. Because I'm Aquarius, so I'm a little bit more rebellious, and I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather come as something that is more um, connected to how I actually vibrate and shit like that. And really, you know what I'm saying? I'm not human and shit like that. Like how y'all think, like how y'all be up under the humanity. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a different type of individual. But people know me and shit like that, and I still know how to, formulate myself with them. You know what I'm saying? And it don't be awkward or nothing. So I don't really know about no awkward energy on the internet, like being overly acting reactive to things on the internet like that, because it ain't even really that serious. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers trying to, you know what I'm saying, just talk what the fuck they know and shit. But yeah, so even in wintertime, you got Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. These are like some of the most distant signs. You know what I'm saying? How they go about their matters and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They say, a Pisces may be in la la land a little bit more. Aquarius may be to themselves, and motherfucking Capricorn, you know what I'm saying, maybe somewhere getting money, trying to get secure or something, or just in their devil energy where don't nobody want to be around them either. And then Sagittarius, Libras, and motherfucking Scorpios represent that fall time and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so it ain't really, it's just creating a platform. So this all we gotta do, you know what I'm saying, just make it make sense. So even our frustrations, and so a lot of y'all be attracted to me too. It's almost like a bug. It's like a light. So it's like if you frustrated and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, that may just be something that you may be trying to understand, or like trying to like you know because that's what we all kind of do. We may be frustrated if we don't understand shit too with Mars and Taurus, because Taurus is about making something practical, making something safe and stable to participate in. So I get the frustration if y'all don't want to participate in it because it may not be there. But I'm only one person and shit like that. So I need, everybody that's participants that fuck with me and shit like that and all of that shit to help people understand this and make it more sense, make it make more sense and make it more simple so people can feel like they're included. Other than that, you know what I'm saying, it may backfire and stuff like that. And we don't want that to happen and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because we'll be having some type of energy that motherfuckers would be only know how to respond to with jealousy or rage or some that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? When we don't necessarily want to create them type of situations for ourselves and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We want motherfuckers to feel like they can be a part of it. So, you know, with that being said, your moon sign, your sun sign, you know what I'm saying? So you can start looking at these things like, your motherfucking hormones, you know what I'm saying? or your main hormone. Your moon sign is what you may need, and then your sun sign is what you how you may describe it and shit like that, or how you may go after it, or how you may act on it. So, if your moon sign is in Taurus, then you may need some type of stability. You may need some type of security. You may need some type of value or resource, or some type of way of going about gaining security with other individuals and shit like that. And if your sun is in a motherfucking Cancer, then that's gonna look like, the way it's gonna look like is you're gonna do it privately, or you're gonna do it, in ways where it can be beneficial, what I'm saying, to, your vulnerability or something like that. So it's just like your natural hormone. But we the low on humanity has gone so far and shit like that, aka how much we didn't develop and shit like that. It's just because if we don't have a book for it, or a perfect way to describe it, it don't mean like it ain't people that's been here before you with different intelligences and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And that you can't go and look in these certain times and try to understand these intelligences and starting points and how things got to where they at. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the only way you can know how to go forward, is if you know where you came from, type vibe. You feel me? What's up, Mars? What's up, buddy?
Can I sit on your chair?
You want to sit on my chair? If you be quiet. Yeah. Ugh. Yes. All right. Let's see what this iPad talking about.
Now can I watch it?
No, I'm using it right now.
Why?
Cause it's low key. It's not even charged, Mars. It's gonna die on you. It's gonna die.
Was it already charged?
No, it's not charged.
But it's charged.
Mars.
I
Hello,
can
man.
watch it.
You gonna take it from me? It's gonna die. You gonna let it die on you? Cause you ain't got the charger.
Yes. I'm gonna let it die on me.
What you wanna watch?
I wanna go on mine.
Mars, go to your room, buddy. Mars, your room with it.
I go.
All right, cool. Thank you. All right. So yeah, motherfuckers, it's So you know what I'm saying? Just take time to make sense of your frustration. It ain't gotta be perfect. You know what I'm saying? But if you here and stuff like that, and you got that hunger, and you got a little fight in you and stuff like that, and you can show a little bit of security, stability, and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? You will learn what you learn. So, Taurus is all about formation and getting things into form and stuff. So if you can play the representation of somebody that's knowing in Taurus season, it will play out more so like you're trying to create that form. I mean, not Taurus season, but when Mars in Taurus, it'll be like you're trying to create that form and shit like that. And then you would be replicating the energies, aka showing a little bit of passion about what you want to be stable and secure about, far as like your resources and shit like that. And then you can be an example for others about how to go about your energy, and that can help you detect what you're doing that's right and what you need to adjust on and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And once you get into that space and stuff, you know what I'm saying, that's when you're in a real space of kind of doing the alchemy of, Taurus season and shit like that. You always want to make sure these energies can be like you and shit like that as well and stuff, because we all learn from each other, and each one teach one. So it ain't nothing that came in here and knew that a motherfucker ain't learned from. And if a motherfucker ain't learn it, then and shit like that, it is time for a motherfucker to have some new ways of going about, showing it and shit like that. And guess what? That motherfucker energy got to uphold just as much, and if not more, than what has previously been programmed or known to be as sustainable and shit like that. So it's either, you're going to be on shaky grounds, or you're going to be stable. Shout out to Dolo the Pilot Man. And shit like that. It died? I told you it was going to die. I told you it's gonna die.
But I don't want to watch the video.
Okay, well, I don't know what you want me to do, buddy. Because that charger is not gonna work for it. What? No, the TV's in the front.
But I don't want to.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, you can do something else. What you want to do? Huh?
Your TV.
Once you go create, like, you got like your cars, right? Then you got your setup, and then you got your like, what's the thing, the track and stuff.
The Hot Wheels.
Right. So, and then, no, it ain't even about the piece. You just gotta create like a what is it? A home for all the Paw Patrols and or the cars or something like that.
I
Like,
don't know. I can't do that. That's too long.
it's too long for you.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to be patient and like try to do it.
Huh?
You don't want to be patient and try to do it.
I don't know.
You don't want to like practice like patience and like work on it. No.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Yeah, but that's really mainly it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it's just we gonna be trying to get things together. You know what I'm saying? With just our frustrations and passions and
When you finish doing your work, can we go to scooters outside?
maybe because it's getting late though.
Riz is already asleep.
What?
Riz is already asleep, so
She sleep? Oh yeah, you can watch what you want on the front then.
Huh?
Come on. It ain't easier. So yeah, but the universe put us in a position, and it's already kind of put us in a position to kind of like make sure, like, these doing these things and sharing our talents and gifts amongst each other and having ideas, even if we got to do things like utilize internet to get to our immediate surroundings and stuff like that, because they got us with time consumption, and then we got to gain clout on the internet just to motherfucking be seen as somebody that can talk some sense into the common individual around you. It's kind of crazy, like how they do that. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to kind of be like valid a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you can't even go to your mama and tell her, "Hey, I think this is cool" and stuff like that, until she see you blow up with $1 million or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't shit like that. You ain't shit until you do it that way, type shit. You know. But yeah. So far as like getting together and just chatting and kicking up shit. You know what I'm saying? Kicking up shit. You feel me? But overall, spirituality is a real thing, and regardless how y'all want to play it and shit like that, all them haters and shit, y'all be on the internet and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Your ass know when you be feeling something spiritual. You know what I'm saying? You always know it's them times when it's like real nice and humanly and stuff like that. But then it'd be like synchronicities happen. Unless you like cut off from God and stuff like that. I don't believe in like unless you like fight You might be like an opposer of somebody of spirituality or something like that. You might be like somebody like that, like just opposing, like you ain't, you can't think of nothing spiritual, so you may be an atheist and shit like that. But yet you still live in a world where at least more of the people, the government in reality got God we trust on their bill and stuff, and they get to use it, but you don't get to use it. You know what I'm saying? They get to use God and be in rulership about spiritual and practice spirituality and have churches and fund that shit, but you don't. You know what I'm saying? As an atheist, so you might be dumb too. You feel me? So the world is real interesting and complex. So when I'm saying chakras and shit like that, these are words that we kind of utilize to help us, learn about, what our creation is and shit like that. You know, so don't get it fucked up. Don't get it fucked up just because you hear me say a chakra and shit like that. Fucker. Okay, you don't like that hormone. Well, this is one of your earliest ones or something like that. One of your earliest hormones. Now, if you want to know how a hormone work, just look at anything. Look at something, one thing. Observe the thought and the feeling that you may get the idea, the image that may come to light when you looking at that thing, and then the feeling, how you may feel about it, and shit like that. That's a light. That's a chakra. You know what I'm saying? So I'm teaching you how to see it in real time, too. You know what I'm saying? And stuff, so I can update people and get people on the age of Aquarius. And so when I'm talking about Mars and shit like that, it ain't gonna you ain't gonna really need to you're not gonna really gonna need to be psyched out or thinking like I'm saying something crazy or spookism and shit like that. You gonna know anytime I correlate Mars with passions and shit like that, you gonna start having them chakras, boom, emitting lights, your thoughts and feelings about what somebody then shows you today. AKA they could have been showing you their frustration, they could have been showing you their passion, or you could have been frustrated or a passionate one. And then since it's a Tuesday and shit like that, okay, what I tell you was it's in Taurus. So, for the most part, it's going to make you want to get stable with that, your frustration or your passion, to the point where you're going to want to show that shit full on or something like that. Rest in peace to all these people that was killed last night in Chicago and shit and over the last weekend. And then, or it's going to motherfucking make you see what somebody else is doing. Somebody else may be trying to calm down on a motherfucking frustration or passion and shit like that. And then that's what we're going to utilize as the day. You know what I'm saying? Now, y'all might just think it's a day or a name and shit like that. But no, it's an influence behind it. It's an emperor, and it's Mars and shit like that. So Tuesday rules Mars. And Mars is going to give you what? The authority that you can see in time as discipline, right? To become more aware of your travel and shit like that. And you travel through these days of the week each time and shit like that. So, Monday you're going to experience moody shit. Tuesday you're going to be experiencing Mars shit, passion shit. Wednesday you're going to be experiencing trying to communicate. On Thursday you're going to experience, you're going to be experience Jupiter. On Friday you're going to be in some type of pleasure, relationship, appreciation. On Saturday you're going to feel, because Friday is Venus, and then on Saturday you're gonna feel Saturn type shit. You know what I'm saying? So all the way down to how they even construct religions where they restrict themselves on certain Saturdays and shit like that. And Sunday, you know what I'm saying, you praise the light. You know what I'm saying? The light, your sun sign and shit like that. So that would be more Christian type ideals and shit like that. But it's just Christians, they be doing it like the wrong way. So they praise the actual. They be living out the spell. They be living out the gospel. You know what I'm saying? The ghost spell. Or something like that. Because it's really like, the spell is like you actually supposed to kind of act it out a little bit. When you like believe in the words, like the word is somebody, then like you up under the word. Like as an entity. So you create the way you see the world. You gonna create your thoughts and feelings in a world that is under is a lower interpretation of how the Bible was originally written in context. So, you know, how the Bible was originally written in context was for you to deal with your mind, your thoughts and your feelings. So if you, you know, um, so if your Christ gonna rise and shit like that, this is any time that, you know, you can having a thought idea that can take you out of lower animalistic natures and shit like that. So it can rise all the way down to the rising of the Kundalini or something like that, and then you start to get uh, ideas from that space, and you're more creative and shit like that, which would be like you know, like above the horizon type shit, you know. And then you got your lower half of your body, your natures and shit. So you can emit license down there. That'd be the people that be on the internet watching porn too much and shit. You know what I'm saying? And and just trolling all day and ain't got nothing to do. You know, so them be there for them type folks. So you gotta get, you know what I'm saying? You gotta deal with your own selves and for your own reasons and purposes. You know what I'm saying? Your own selves for your own reasons and purposes. You know what I'm saying? So this is showing you how to travel. You know what I'm saying? Showing how you travel in the age of Aquarius. You know, you're moving, you know, through the cycles, distance, closeness, you know, and how they move and shit like that. And it's hella correspondences out here, but we ain't gonna get too deep because my channel not really predicated on, you know, some of this, how I would like to present it to y'all just as of yet. You know what I'm saying? Because everything still kind of trying to take a foundation. It don't really matter how, you know, you um, or who you are. You always got to do like beginning, middle, and then redo that shit again. So shit. So if you, you know what I'm saying, you could be the best ever, but you always still gonna have to do that beginning step in some way. You feel me? So, you know, I just be having to make sure motherfuckers is understanding things and things, you know what I'm saying, understanding things, but in his own track and shit like that, you know, and it, cause so that let me know where everybody at, and just how much more I cannot give a fuck about that, you know what I'm saying, like if we being real, you know, but because I do, you know, I got a female, so I know, you know, it's other people in the world that may like just be different than me and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just as I know, a female can have another world. You know, you know, people. I guess people can be in other worlds. Even though men, I feel like men, I be a little hard on y'all, cause I feel like y'all gotta be tougher for y'all females and having better ideas with how y'all come and shit like that, and you know what's actually being promoted and what y'all accept. Type shit. Type shit. Type shit. Type shit. You know. But you know, other than that, we gotta we've been moving through some good trends and shit like that. Right now, the moon is in Scorpio and shit like that. So you know what I'm saying? We trying to take power and transform and, you know, transform our emotions and put something to death so we can actually put something that we were connected to death. You know what I'm saying? Or dealing with the struggle of a feeling or some shit like that, putting that shit to death. You know what I'm saying? And then actually being able to have a new way to think about shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't really trying to think about old shit that was holding us back no more the same way. You know, we actually developing the courage to like have better ideas and act on that and be light in thought and how we go about that. You know what I'm saying? Trying to separate from, you know, things that may keep us toxic and keep us down and shit like that, or transform that shit in some way. You know, and then we're gonna go to the moon And Sagittarius next and shit. We about to have a full moon, and we should have a full moon in Capricorn and shit like that. You know, so really a lot of things in the spring and summer because the light we more so under the I mean we're above the horizon and shit like that. We're dealing with our higher chakras, so it's more so about your character, it's more about how you seem and shit like that. Where you know fall through winter is more about your internal and you reviewing that. You know what I'm saying? So like you kind of go into internal hibernations and even the seasonal depression or something like that. That's really just the season shifting and you getting in a shift and then your shift, how it may angle you and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You may get depressed if you don't know how to switch up and shit. If you don't know how to switch up and make something out of your goddamn self, you hear me? You know what I'm saying? So you may be in one chakra in one area on your body. You know what I'm saying? You may be in your Jupiter chakra too much, where you feeling that you know you need to expand on shit too much. You know, just all over the place, man. So, just all over the place. I was gonna go through them and shit like that, but I ain't gonna go through them right now because you feel me. It's just new energy. So at the end of the day, the sun is in Gemini, and motherfuckers is exercising a motherfucking intelligence. So as long as you doing that, as long as you exercising your motherfucking intelligence, you getting a grip on things. It ain't about having the actual, you know what I'm saying, making sense of things and shit like that and stuff. But you know, talk it out, communicate it out and shit like that. And then, you know, the more you lighter on that thought and shit like that, you may can get out of them negative or them intoxicating thoughts that always tell you you're not shit and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta be spiffy. I'm out here spiffy. I'm out here spiffy. I'm out here getting fatty. You feel me? Getting good fatty. You feel me? So I'll just show motherfuckers how to get the fatty. Or how to be your motherfucking fatty. You gotta be your motherfucking fatty. You feel me? Get your motherfucking fatty, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And next thing y'all gotta get, y'all gotta understand. Y'all gotta understand what the G-Bucks is. Get your ass some G-Bucks too. Don't be out here just trying to be a spiritual guru and stuff. Get your motherfucking G-Bucks. Now, what do I mean by G-Bucks? G-Bucks is George Washington. So anytime you play out George Washington character, you know, stuff like that in the world that they under, you know what I'm saying, you would get some motherfucking G-Bucks. You feel me? You ain't playing one of them characters. You acting too retarded. You know what I'm saying? You acting like you ain't gonna be shit in life. You acting like you don't want to get out of that insecurity. You acting like you don't want to, you know, take on no responsibility. Okay, you upset. You might not be equipped to get no G-Bucks and stuff. And you will suffer the consequences of not playing the character that, you know what I'm saying, that George Washington did you want you to play on American Soul or any other Masons or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That they run the world with together. You feel me? So get your ass some G-Bucks. You feel me? And then flip. And then learn something too. Learn something. Like you gotta learn something too. You can't just be out here like not learning them. And stuff like that. You know, but it's cool. That's why I had to tell homie earlier, like, don't be coming in here acting like I'm saying some shit off the wall and shit like that just because I'm mentioning esoteric motherfucking words and shit like that. Nigga, this is shit that a nigga that had a perm like your grandfather and shit like that. Did you know George Washington was a Mason? Okay, but you don't question that, but you questioning me and stuff like that because I'm talking about these words and stuff like that. Get your ass off of my motherfucking line. Not dude that was early. He was cool. Rain's Brain. Shout out to him. Real shit. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? We all gotta come together. We need trolls to unite and stuff like that. We need everybody to unite We need nobody frustrated. We don't need nobody frustrated. Now while Mars is in Taurus. You need to make sense of this frustration. Okay, you frustrated because you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, that's cool. Let me give you a little bit context, and shit like that. I ain't selfish. I'm with everybody and shit like that. I just be trying to figure out what motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Because I gotta develop my. I'm still developing like the audience part and shit like that. So just to kind of get it on stand and like this algorithm shit and how they working this shit, I don't really be like, too thirsty and shit like that. I can go live my life and, have a successful life. But because, you know, I be trying to, be on here parlay and stuff, and then it'd be like people on here that be wanting me to like do this, so I just be like, all right, shit, let me get motherfuckers in shape and form and shit. You feel me? Doom, doom, doom. Bro, I gotta get some more motherfucking situations, some cones, right now. But yeah, yeah, but that's all y'all. That's all y'all need to know. It's a Mars day in Taurus, so we got that. We got Mercury also, and Venus has moved on into Cancer and shit like that. So however we make ourselves feel comfortable, that's how we're gonna be seen intelligent. You know what I'm saying? If you can't make yourself seem comfortable or something like that, if your home or your family situation kind of messed up, you know what I'm saying? You might feel nervous, or you might overindulge in thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? So where that leads into overindulging in thinking can be like non-productive too. So sometimes you don't want to do that. In a sense, a lot of times it's just about getting on and feeling it through, and not too much indulgence. You want to be balanced with how you think right now, and your overindulgence, overindulgence. What's up, chat? What's going on? What y'all on? Man? What niggas on, bro? They had motherfucker XXX in this bitch earlier. Bro, I ain't even know SXX was in this bitch. Low down Z, they said 2080 and shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? 2080. Real shit, shout out 2080. Real shit, I started 2080 in about 2007, I want to say. Then I actually met with the guys from Breakfast Club and shit like that, and we made that our label and shit, and we started doing this shit, you know what I'm saying, being online, sharing music, and shit like that. I got some new music coming out. I gotta post some shit too. So yeah, motherfuckers just regular connecting on the internet, doing internet shit. But this motherfucker shit is pretty powerful too. You know what I'm saying? So, this motherfucker can take a motherfucker from rags to riches and shit. You know what I'm saying? But all power ain't good power, and I ain't saying that for me. I'm saying that to humans and shit like that. So y'all don't get on the internet doing nothing that y'all ain't supposed to be doing. Y'all don't be getting on the internet. I ain't encouraging anybody to get on the internet doing something they ain't supposed to be doing. You feel me? And this motherfucker is a thing. Is a thing. I ain't got no more of these bitches. Bro, I damn near gotta go to the store, bro. I damn near gotta go to the store, bro. Real shit. Y'all make sure y'all check out that new track too. That new track I dropped with Moselle. That bitch a smasher. That bitch a smasher. That bitch a smasher. That bitch a smasher. Hell yeah, but you know what I'm saying? We in the age of Aquarius and shit like that. So you ain't about to get no good religious advice from your grandma and your mama and your uncle and Uncle Sam and them, unless you already in that that type of mindset. You know what I'm saying? You know, it may help you with what you may feel for the moment and stuff. But you know, that should be in question, motherfucker. They wouldn't be fucking with y'all minds. Think about it. If they really believed in God, we trust and shit like that, or if it was really designed like the Bible and shit, then from a Christian religious mind type perspective, because they're not talking about men and women and shit like that physically. They're talking about thoughts and feelings. Um, so every man in the book is a allegory to an idea that you can play out and shit. You know what I'm saying? But you have to know the Jewish literature behind it to actually understand, you know, how it's intertwined. That's why if it was real, they would be, you know, doing LGBTQ banning them or whatever, because that would be like a sin based upon how a person that's um, into Christian may interpret the Bible and shit like that. You feel me? But or they would follow it to a T, but it's not actually followed to a T if you look into society, like a Christian person that's reading it, thinking the people that wrote it, like the rabbis and they wasn't looking at it like that, you know. So you just dealing with a person. When I was coming up, shit like that, guess I was into spirituality as a thing, like as its own thing. You feel me? Like just like a person be into sports, that's kind of how I was into and shit like that. Just shit. So that's why it come through my music and it be coming through my messages and stuff. Um, and the topics and the information around it, type shit. So don't be trying to come on here and trying to side out me. You know I love you every day. Girls. We gotta stick together as humanity, right? We gotta stick together. Gotta stick together as humanity. Then you gotta learn about numerology too. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing you wanna learn and stuff. But it's just a lot of baggage on these things before they can even get to a regular person that you will see in a coffee shop talking to you about this shit. Like, oh, this is what this about. What's the purpose? What's the purpose? Oh, so this purpose, this room, well, um, well, I think I named it. I forgot what I named it. Right. Shout out to Sensei Mantis. He got the right mind. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I know it's a lot of frustration in the world. You know, because people want information and they want it quick. You know what I'm saying? They want resources. And the shit gotta be about G-Bucks. You know what I'm saying? But if you watching me, you're gonna get to some motherfucking G-Bucks. The people that I do consultations with, they be doing their thing. They be doing their thing. Their careers be taking off, all type of shit. And that was before I was doing it. Even just the people in my regular life, though, always connected with me. They always got manifested opportunities in their life as well. And stuff. And I just seen it as regular. Oh, shout out to Sensei Matters. Yeah, for sure. Go ahead. But this is it's just a meetup, low down Z. The name kind of gay though. But this meetup and shit. We just talking shit, cake and shit. You know what I'm saying? Talking some astrology shit. I just released my album Age of Aquarius last year. Age of Aquarius. So you know, that's kind of what I've been doing. Hopping on here and yeah, you gotta put pause and shit in parentheses after your name. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. This we just talking shit, man. So Age of Aquarius was my last album. You know, it was based upon my travel with my travel through the stars, through the galaxy, as a spaceman, as Ceito. Then, you know what I'm saying? When I started talking and shit like that to humans, a lot of humans was like, "Damn, that's a lot of information that I feel like I go through, right?" And then I started to see lightning bolts, so I was like, "Oh." It reminded me like a past life, a situation when I was Zeus and stuff. And then I came as an Aquarius, and I was like, okay, as an Aquarius, this time around, I gotta bring astrology as a message back, because that's what the wine of the gods is. Like when Zeus be with the Aquarius, the water bearer. Like if you go look that up, and the cup bearer, the cup is is from the stars and shit, the body and shit, and then the wine is the blood. So I could say things that motivate you and inspire your blood to rush type shit. You know what I'm saying? In a different way, where um, you will start building more security within like esoteric and shit like that. You'll start building more security within like spiritual systems and stuff. And I don't even really. The thing is, I'm so cold. I know how to teach in a weird way. So I teach you. You would think I'm not even teaching you, but I am the whole time. And it's like because it's how you're receiving it. You're receiving somebody that just kind of just like you, but I'm driving it to the max as well with knowing how to curve it and shit to the point where it ain't you gonna get it now or later. It just may not be the time type shit. And then when you do get it, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be like, oh, and I'm gonna be off somewhere doing something else. You know? So it's just that simple. But yeah, man, I'm about to motherfucking get off this bitch, man, and stuff. So you know, I really came on here to talk about Mars and Taurus. But you know, there was some reprobates in here, so you know I had to, you know, get it all together and shit like that. Shout out to everybody in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Calez, the spirit coach. You know, give you a shape or form for the age of